Hi, hi everyone. Just over the park with Dee Dee. Um, there's somebody over here. Just well, they're probably still here. There's like a little stall, and it's they say they're from the RSPB, the Royal Society for the Prevention of well, I don't know, something with birds anyway. Um, and he said he was something he wanted like £5 a month or something, and he was telling me all about what they were doing about the birds, to save the birds. And I said, but if you're serious about saving the birds, what about all this geoengineering? I said that's what's killing all the birds and everything. He was saying like, oh, they were doing stuff about banning pesticides or something or other, and that they've done something to save all this. And then he was saying about how, oh, they're I can't remember the word he used, not the boss, but like their mascot or whatever it is. Oh, our so and so is David Attenborough, our top whatever. And I said, isn't he like in the Illuminati or the Freemasons or something? And he said, oh, I don't know about that. I don't think so. And I said, oh, I think you maybe look into it. I said, I think he might be. Um, and then anyway, he was talking and that, and then I ended up telling him things, like because it was the royal thing. Then we ended up talking about royals, um, and then I ended up telling him about a conversation that I had when you're trying to make the AI reveal the certain truths and things like that. And I said to the AI, I said, if three out of a group of four friends were all PDFs, PDF files, yeah. Then what is the probability of the fourth one being also one? And the AI said the probability of the fourth one being a PDF is very high. I said yes, it's right, isn't it? And I said so. Certain Savile, I said he had friends. I said Rolf Harris was one of those. What was he? And then the AI admitted that he was a SE offender, you know. Um, and so him, and then you've got Charlie also. So what are the chances, the group of them, that, people who are the same kind of people sort of find each other and hang around together, don't they? So the chances of that are extremely high. And the AI basically admitted that, and then it tried to move on to another subject, you know. So that that's not good. Anyway, um, I don't know where my dog's gone now. She was just sitting here with me a second ago, but it's as though as soon as I try and go on the phone, she doesn't, she disappeared. Diddy, 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 come! Oh, don't know where she's gone. Diddy! She's probably close by, just behind a tree or something. She won't have gone far. She never does. She won't have gone far. Anyway, I ended up, after I told all him that, and told him to look into all that. I said I'd look into it. If you're really serious about saving the birds, you need to do something about the geoengineering and that. 'Cause he was saying, oh, they do lobbying to the government or something like that. But that's just a load of rubbish, isn't it? Because all that money, obviously, if it's a Royal Society, you know where it's going on. My dog's reappeared now. Did he come? Good girl. Good girl. There she is. There you are, Dee Dee. That's Dee Dee. Yeah, anyway, I ended up feeling a bit sorry for him, and I ended up going back and giving him a fiver. And I just said, I said, if you're serious about this, I said, seriously look into it and maybe start up your own thing, you know what I mean? Because people are told, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. But, what's stopping him from setting up his own charity if he wants to save the birds? Do you know what I mean? Like, why does it have to be through some royal thing that's going to obviously scam all the money? We know this, you know what I mean? We know what these royal societies are all about, you know. we don't want to be paying into that sort of thing, you know, really. But obviously, I just felt sorry for the lad, you know what I mean? Um, anyway, oh, what else? What else? Can't think of what else. It's took me a long time to even do this today. I wasn't even going to do it because, like, just got quite bad anxiety and just not feeling good. I didn't want to come out, but forced myself to come out. Forced myself to come out of the house because if I stay in the house, it just makes me really badly depressed. What's that? Do a kickflip. I wish I could. I wish I could. Oh. Oh gosh. Yeah. Um. Anyway, Diddy. There's my dog. I really just my mind's gone blank now. Um. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just desperate to get away from here again. Um. I really I've been wanting to get a camper van for some time. Um. And I just really want to do that and get away from here. And at least then, you know, you've got somewhere to stay, haven't you? You haven't got to worry about staying anywhere then, have you? Because it's just the difference it made to get away from here for just 3 days. It made such a difference not to be surrounded by all this really bad negative energy. Because I don't know, being by the sea just was nicer, you know what I mean? It was just better. And I hadn't been anywhere for like 20 years before that, you know, so I just forced myself to do it in the end. I just like a last minute thing, I just made myself do it. I think I was on a bit of a manic one, or I probably wouldn't have actually done it. Because usually, like, my anxiety ends up stopping me from doing everything, and I plan to do something and I just can't physically do it, you know. But yeah, but having the dog has at least made me be able to try and get out a bit. Yeah. Oh, it's just quite a dull day today. I mean, they've been spraying the skies, as you can see, quite badly. They've completely, really made a good job of blocking it, haven't they? You can't see any blue. It's just grey, grey and white. And it's June now. It's not supposed to be like this, you know. It's supposed to be nice, warm weather. It's just so soul destroying that we know that they're just spraying this stuff. Oh, it's gone all windy now and it's cold. I mean, it's June, and I've got my massive coat with me, and I'm gonna have to put my coat on now. You don't expect that in June. You just don't expect it in June. Hold on, sorry about this. Just trying to put my coat on. Oh. Yeah, anyway, I mean, I don't know what the solution is, you know what I mean? I really don't know what the solution is, because I don't think people even care. Like, no, people have been jabbed, they just don't seem to care about anything anymore. A lot of them, you know, it's just sad. Um, I mean, how can you? They'd be spraying the skies and blocking out the sun, and people are just okay with that. You know what I mean? People are okay with it. I just, I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Uh, I'd love to be able to just like be away from here. I mean, I'd especially like to be out of the UK, because I think having the sunshine actually makes such a big difference um, to people's mental health. I think it makes a big difference when the sunshine is out, because when it's dull and horrible like this, it just makes you just feel like you don't want to do anything. And I think that's the purpose of it, to keep people's spirits down. That's what it is, you know. Anyway, where's Dee Dee? See, even Dee Dee's not interested today. Look, she's just lying down. She does not interested. Are you, dude? You're not interested, are you? It even depresses the animals. You know, you can even see in the animals that they're depressed as well when the sun's out. She's happy. I mean, you can actually tell that she's happy when the sun's out and she's wagging her tail and then she's lying and relaxing in the sun. She loves it. You know, it's just sad. It's just sad. You know, they're just blocking out the giver of all life. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The sky. Absolutely shit. It is. Anyway, I think I'll leave it at that for today. But hopefully the sun will be out tomorrow and it'll be a better day. And I just hope everyone's okay. I mean, sometimes like a lot of people end up feeling like this, like at the same time. You know, especially when the weather's like this, and a lot of people like have a headache. I mean, I've got a bit of a headache as well, and like, you know, everybody's aches and pains are worse, and people just feel generally unwell. I mean, I suffer from ill health anyway. I've got like quite a few health problems wrong with me. I've got problems with my heart. I've got thyroid problems. I've well, I suffer with like depression and mental health, and my back. I'm in absolute agony with my back. I've got a lumbar radiculopathy and sciatica. I've got that many bloody things wrong with me. I'm just feel like I'm falling apart, and I'm just constantly in agony. But I'm just trying my best to try and get out every day and just not be stuck in that house. You know what I mean? Because I did be stuck in that house for quite some time when I was really poor before I had the dog. But the dog has helped me to at least get out. You know what I mean? It's a good thing having a dog because it makes you get out. You know. Ah, hello, um, Pagan, Unily, is it? Yeah. I'm not sure if I've said that right. Hi. I hope you're well. How are things in the is it in the US that you're from, isn't it? Yeah. What's that? O'Malley. Oh, what's it say? Things are well here. Oh, I'm glad. I hope the weather's nice for you because it makes such a difference when the sun's out. I mean, here, as you can see, the sun's like nowhere to be seen. They've sprayed the skies. They've been doing a lot of geoengineering here, a lot of it. Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Oh, that's good. At least I got it right. I get things wrong quite a lot of the time. Oh, I am very glad that you're well. That's good. Oh, the sun's starting to shine through. The sun's starting to shine through. See, we're talking about it, and nature's fighting back. It's not quite succeeding, but did you just see that little bit then? It's trying. It really is trying. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just like this constant grey cloud cover all the time, and they just keep spraying it. It's like this low cloud cover. I mean, apparently somebody sent a drone up, and you could see the top of the block of flats sticking out of it, or top of a tall building or something. That's how low this cloud cover is, and then it's clear above that. Right, so the same thing here, very wet. Um, the live stream is a great way to, what is that? Sorry. to thwart the censors. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. It is. Yeah. Um, I mean, I don't know if they do the sneaky little tricks on here, but on Facebook that I watch of somebody who speaks the truth on Facebook, and they always mess up his lives, and it keeps pausing and freezing all the time when he starts speaking about things, about the royals and the PDF nature and all those type of things, and that it always ends up freezing and going funny and everything. But it is a good way. Yeah, it does seem to be, until they find a way to stop that. They always manage to find a way to mess things up, don't they? Oh, yeah. Oh, see my dog. She's still just there, just behind me. She's just lie down right behind me. Every little noise she hears, though, her head pricks up. Oh, she can see somebody with a dog behind there walking past. That's what made her prick her ears up. Um, yeah, the live stream's good and the comments seem to be pretty fast. Oh, that's good. That's good. Um, it did keep free. I think it froze a bit yesterday because I watched it back. Because yesterday was the first live stream I ever really did. But the sun was out a bit more yesterday, and I did feel a little bit more upbeat. But today I just feel really low, and you just can't think of anything to talk about, and your mind's kind of blank. It's a bit like that, really. But I mean, having to wear a coat like this in June, it shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't be having to light my log burner in June, and wasting wood that should be for the winter in June, because at night it gets cold in the house still. They're obviously doing it on purpose. I mean, the energy companies are making more because of it. They say they want you to use less energy. They clearly don't, because they wouldn't be blocking out the sun if they wanted you to use less gas, would they? Because you're going to be using more gas with central heating, for the people who, because obviously I just like my log burner. I have got the central heating, but I only use that in the winter as well, but I mainly just try and use the log burner because I don't want to be, using their things particularly. I'd like to be as self-sufficient as I can, even though it's hard because I physically can't do a lot of things. The dog actually collects wood for me, just like fallen branches. She collects them and brings them into my back garden. What's that say? I have thought that as well. In Eastern USA, we've been getting 20, 25 degrees below normal. Yeah, yeah. Well, the last few years, it's been below normal. The last nice summer we had was in 2022. I remember that because that was when I had the dog, and she was a little tiny puppy, and I couldn't keep her out of the sun. She just kept going, because she loves the sun, and she just wants you to lie in it and get herself really hot. And I just had to keep putting water on her and tipping water on her and making her wet all the time so that she didn't overheat. She wouldn't stay out of the sun, and then ever since then it's just gone downhill. But then they lie about it. After the month has passed, they say, "Oh, that was the hottest July on record," when in essence it was really the wettest and the coldest. But then they've falsified history, then, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? Because they've put that, you'll see that on Google, because I bet I'll look on Google now and it'll say, oh yeah, the record heat waves in the UK. No, we had 2 days that were about 18 to 22 degrees. We're not having record heat. I mean, it's not even warm enough to try and put a vest top on and get a suntan. You know, you're having to wear a big coat like this in June. Yeah, yeah. I think that Europe are doing it more. Um, I mean, the US is a lot bigger country, isn't it? So I suppose it's harder for them to manage to cover the whole of that all the time. But with the UK, it's such a small country that they just use like, well, they're using multiple planes and just spraying and spraying and spraying. You know, I mean, you can see four in the sky at once sometimes. I mean, when the sky's kind of clear, you can sometimes see, you know, like 36 at once in the sky doing these massive big stripes, you know, everywhere. Um, yeah, I think some places they're spraying other things to make it hotter because then they can say about their record temperatures then, but it's just in very isolated places, and then that's when they'll have their wildfires then, won't they? You know, the wild fires, you know, those ones, um, those do ones, and the those like, you know, mm, yeah, like Maui, and yeah, I was trying to make the AI reveal truths, and like, and it even said something about oh yes, they want to make that into a smart city. When I said, what about Lahaina? Because when you're speaking to it about something and you're trying to make it say something else, you can get it to kind of reveal a truth when it's trying to push a certain narrative, you know what I mean? And it'll accidentally reveal a truth. There's ways of doing it. It's hard for me to explain. I wish I could try and put my whole transcript on here somehow, but I don't think that'd work. I don't know how to do it because I'm only doing it on a mobile phone. Um, yeah. Mm, yeah. So, and the thing is, they've been able to make it rain for how long, yeah? So why are they having droughts in Africa? Why don't they make it rain in Africa in some of these places where they're having these droughts and they're saying, oh, people need water, you know, people are dying, they need water. So if you can cloud seed, why don't you go and cloud seed there instead of cloud seeding over the UK? We've already got enough rain here, thanks. We don't need any more. You know, it's the UK. Goodness sake. I mean, it's an evil world if you think about it. Absolutely evil. You know, those in charge. And I mean, if anybody thinks that, you know, doing petitions and this, that, and the other, and all this is going to do anything, it's not, because what you're doing, begging to the people who are oppressing you, and then they're just laughing at you. Do you know what I mean? What is it they call? They call us the goyim or something. Is it GOIYM or GOYIM? That's what those elites call us, the goyim. Like basically the, you know, well. They're demons, you know what I mean? They are actual demons. Oh. The thing is, that's why they're blocking the sun, because of the mass awakening. It's you says there people here seem to be waking up quickly now. Um, Not sure how much it helps. It not slowing down. Um, yeah. But the thing that's helping the mass awakening is the sun, because obviously the sun like causes things in us, and I think it helps activate the pineal gland. But you know those jibby jabs. I think that has ended the pineal gland in those people. I don't know if it's done it in all of them, but I mean, so apparently somebody, I think some kind of indigenous person or something, had the had this vaccine anyway, and they said, "Oh, I no longer feel connected to God, or I no longer feel connected to Source, or something like that," you know. Um, so I think it's just to kill the pineal gland. I think that could have been the point of the thing. You know what I mean? These things come to me sometimes. I don't know. It's like things just kind of come to me. I don't know why. Especially if I sit outside and that, and then something might just come to me into my head. Um, and I mean, I wish I could control these things, because like, since I haven't had fluoride in my water, I can feel like these things that I can see, like when I was a child, I could see shadow things moving across the ceilings, and it's like I could see like everything moving, like every atom in everything moving. It's kind of weird, and like I can see mists, and like it looks like different energies I can see, and colours. I've noticed they seem to have lost passions for things in life, but they're a lot less excited. Yeah, they're just very happy to go along with anything, and yeah, they're not no longer create. They can't create anymore. Probably, if I don't know whether the pineal gland, if they need that for creation, you know what I mean? Because that's why they need us, because humans can create, you know, by the thought and the thing and all that process. Yeah, I'm talking about that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The jab. Yeah. You were talking about them as well. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I do honestly think that it has killed the pineal gland in those people, and it is a shame. And you know what? It's caused such depression in some of these old people who've had like eight, because obviously I come to this park every day and I see like a lot of elderly people who've had a lot of these jabs, and it's quite sad, you know, because you know you can see some of them becoming like depressed, and like, so I think it's causing, it may cause dementia. I don't know whether that's the spraying that's causing that, because I'm having real bad memory problems myself as well, and it's very frustrating. I forget words like a lot of time, you know, like long words and that which I knew before, and I just can't think of the word. Like now I'm using just normal speech which I use every day, but you know, when I'm trying to think of a word like, oh, the ambassador or something like that, like obviously I thought of that one, but you know, like a word for something, like it just can't come to me. Very difficult. I don't know if that's the spraying that's causing that. um I mean, I try my best. I go to my local butchers and my local greengrocers. I don't go to the supermarkets anymore. Um, Even my dog and my cat, I don't eat from the supermarkets anymore. Um, I just don't trust it. I don't trust any of those foods. You know, when you know you're being poisoned, you know, it just makes you nauseous. I mean, I only eat once a day now. I don't really like eating a lot at all, to be honest. Um, I lost loads of weight. I did. Yeah, I was put on, but brain fog has been a common thing, many attribute to the spraying. I can't say for sure. I've not experienced it myself. I'm not jabbed. I'm not jabbed either. Um, that's why I'm thinking the spraying could be the brain fog, because if they're spraying more here, I'm sorry about the wind. Um, it's just become very windy. Yeah. I mean, as they're spraying more here, then it'd make more sense that it's probably affecting me more than it's affecting you. Um, but yeah, it's causing them to be just depressed, and they just have no joy for anything anymore. A lot of them. Um, I mean, there is one exception. Um, she's very religious, and I don't know whether it's she still seems to be pretty connected to God, and I'm sure she's had a few. But as a rule, most people, um, they're just completely disconnected now, and it's like they just don't want to know. And even if you prove to them, you know, even when I've showed them, you know, the articles on the phone, they've spent £50 million of taxpayers' money on this, on geoengineering. They're spending your money on this, you know, and they haven't asked your consent. And they just don't care. They're just apathetic. They just don't care. Nobody cares. You know, it's all, oops, sorry, I don't know what I've done. What have I done? Um, oh, how can I go back? Oh, go. No, I don't want to stop streaming right there. Cancel. I don't want to do this green stream. What am I doing? I've done something with the green screen. What I've done. I'm going to have to end it and start it again, I think, because I've done something to it and made there be a green screen.